Hey guys, my name's Matt. Welcome to my garage. I've decided to start my own YouTube channel. I've been doing this sort of thing for a while, and I thought I'd just share some of the things I've learned over the years with you guys, hopefully help someone. So tonight, I'm going to be doing a little welding. This machine, it's a Hobart Handler 187. It's a 230 volt unit, and I just rewired my garage to be able to have it. So I haven't been able to run this machine for well over a year or two. So tonight I got a piece of scrap metal and I'm just going to start welding. I'll show you guys what I'm doing along the way, and let's get started. First things first, we got to figure out what the settings on the machine are going to be. So let me show you guys how we do that. My machine inside here, you've got this chart. We're welding steel. This machine can weld aluminum and stainless, but you need to have different settings and different wire and a couple of things like that. These different call-outs, they give you different specifications for the wire they're using. So flux cord wire, here's a close-up of the flux cord wire. It just has kind of like a lighter color to it, but other than that, basically this is what you run without MIG gas or any sort of a shielding gas. This is your solid wire. It has more of a kind of a copperish tint to it, but it'll tell you right on there the size. This one's a little smaller, 0.024, and so this will be for smaller material. This will tell you what size wire, the diameter you would use, and then what your settings would be based on the different size material that you have as you go across. Each machine is a little different. It'll tell you what you need to do. By the way, if you do use flux core, you have to change the polarity. For flux core, you have to switch the cables. I'll show you that in just a second. But right now it's set up for solid core, because that's what I'm using. That is referencing inside the machine here. Basically what you do is you'd flip-flop these two so that you'd be able to have the reverse polarity. So this one will go here, this one will go here, and that's how you'd run flux core. Since we're running solid, I've got a bigger spool in here, and this is the 0.030. We're gonna go here and we're gonna say, okay, we've got solid wire. We do have MIG gas. As we noted on the wire wheel, we're using the 0.030. So I am looking at this guy right there. So as I move over, now I just need to see what size my material is. This is my scrap piece. This came off of a rig that I parted out, actually. I'll tell you guys more about that later. How do you tell what size this is? If you haven't done a lot of welding and you're not quite sure, you can try to get your tape measure out. But let me show you how I do it. You can pick up one of these little guys. So as you can see from the bottom here, you're at 5/16. It even converts it for you as well. You've got real thin material over here. And then as you work your way up, it'll tell you 1/4 inch, 3/16. Good little tool to have. So let's see what we got here on this piece of material. Okay, so there's the 1/4 inch. It fits snugly on there. Let me just make sure it's not 3/16. No, that doesn't fit. So 1/4 inch is the winner. So now I know what size my steel is. Back over here at the chart, we go back through this again. We've got solid wire. We've got our gas mixture going with it, so 0.030, which we confirmed. And now I just run over to 1/4 inch, and I go down 670. Okay, so it tells you 670, and let's figure out what that means in just a second here. One thing to point out, it has this little asterisk in here. See that right there in the 70? what that's calling out here at the bottom is multiple passes required. So in order to get through a 1/4 inch material, it's calling for multiple passes, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I don't use 1/4 inch a ton. Usually it's 3/16. And for this machine at 3/16, with the settings that I'm using, I'm just fine with 1 pass. I just adjust my settings a little bit. So let me set up the machine. Back around the front of the machine, we had 670. So first number is your power. So I'm switching this to 6, the voltage that I need, sorry. And then 70 is the wire speed. So this is just a recommended starting point. Let me just show you here. So there I'm going to 70. There I've clicked it on 6. So you adjust this before you begin, and then you can turn the machine on. All right, so typically you're gonna wanna clean up your material before you do it. My kids are in bed, I don't wanna bring out the flap disc. And plus this isn't too bad. This underside is a little bit worse for wear, but this side isn't too bad. So I'm just gonna put a couple of beads just right on the top of the material, and I just need to get back familiarized with what the settings are, what works for me for this machine. Let's just get it started. It's been a really long time. I'm excited to be able to start welding again. So let's get this going. Oh, I forgot to turn the gas on. I always do that. Let's do that. Pretty straightforward. You just want to do it slowly. You'll see with these gauges here, you just don't want to pop the gauges. You don't want to let the pressure come out and pop those gauges. So you just slowly open it, and there goes the gauge. Then I open it all the way, so the valve's all the way open. Okay. Get anything on this camera here. Okay, so just did a couple passes. Well, I did a couple of little spots just to see how the machine was running, and then I just did this one slug here. I'm not a professional welder, I'll say that right now. But you know, as you can see, I laid the material down, I got it hot enough. Now let's see what the backside looks like to make sure that we got good penetration with our machines and the settings that we have here. Looks like I might have a little bit, might not be moving fast enough, but I might need to bring the wire speed down a little bit. Okay, we're flipped over here. If you see, there's the weld, and this is the backside. So I'm not seeing good penetration, just barely, and not even really anything. So let's see if we can burn it a little more. I'm gonna adjust my setting, my wire speed down a little bit, so we can make sure that we're getting good penetration here. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna bring this down to 60. Looking good. I made a couple more passes here. So you can see this guy here, there's a thinner material, and you can see kind of that discoloration. I'm not gonna touch it because it's still hot, but this discoloration right there, right in here. So you can see it's a little bit bluish. So this definitely got good penetration, and I came through there. Here I made a couple of passes, and you can start seeing that clouding around it. I mean, it's showing that on the backside too, it's a little hot. I gotta put my glove on here. But yeah, then I came here, there was an opening, there was a bolt opening, just like this guy there, and I filled it in. Something I'd watched a couple of guys do online, and kind of just figured I'd try. So all I did is I just kind of worked my way around, and then I slowly brought the puddle into the middle. So that's why it sounded a little different too, and it took me a little longer. But anyway, so this is really it, guys. It's just kind of doing practice, and that's how you get good at it. Okay, guys, short video for tonight, but that's about it. I'm gonna keep practicing a little bit here, and I'll bring you guys in the next time, and we'll see what else we got on the docket, other things I can share with you. Excited for this channel. I'm excited for being able to help people, being able to share what I love to do. Excited for you guys to come along the journey. It's gonna be fun. One other thing, let me give you a little teaser for what's coming next. You might have seen it in the kickoff or the beginning of the video in the intro. I got this coming down the pipeline. I don't know if you guys know what this is. It's hard to tell with all the parts and pieces. But this is a kit, believe it or not. There's some more down here. You can see this is starting to look like something. But yeah. So I have a old Land Cruiser. It's a 94 Land Cruiser. And so I'm gonna be building it. That's part of the thing I'm gonna do on this channel. So I've built Jeeps before. I've had a couple of different Jeeps, some Cherokees. I've had a 4Runner that I used off-road. So I'm not new to this, but I'm new to the Land Cruisers. I've always wanted one. I got a family with kids, and you know, having a Land Cruiser is like key to be able to, I don't know if you guys can see me, it's key to be able to have the whole family out there. So that's what I'm here to do. So I'm excited to share this with you guys, and yeah, get out there, get busy, do some stuff in the garage, and go out and have fun. See ya.